Hello, everyone. Today's mystery.
In the heart of a room, I'm often found.
A hub for connections without a sound.
I bring people together, yet stand alone.
What am I?
Let's unlock this mystery. Okay, so, in the heart of a room.
Yeah.
That really gives us a good starting point, doesn't it? Makes you think of something central, you know, right?
A key feature.
The key feature of the room.
And then a hub for connections. What do you make of that?
Well, I'm thinking of a place maybe where people gather.
Right.
Or even where, things are placed.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? Like a focal point.
Exactly.
But then it says, yet stand alone. Interesting, right?
Very interesting.
This is a single object.
It is.
It's not like a group of things.
Right.
And let's not forget that it's without a sound.
Right.
And
inanimate.
Inanimate, right?
Yeah.
So what do we think? Something in the center of a room used for gathering or placing items. Doesn't make a sound.
Putting it all together.
I think I've got it. The answer is table.
There you go. A piece of furniture, often in the center of a room, used for gathering and placing items.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle. Fragile, crunchy thing takes place.
It snaps and crackles with each new day.
But by nightfall, it's gone away. What am I?
Let's unlock this mystery.
Well, in morning's earliest, darkest space, it makes me think of something that happens like really early in the morning.
Yeah, even before the sun comes up, maybe.
Right. And then there's that fragile, crunchy thing. Got to be something delicate.
Definitely. And brittle. Something that makes a sound when it breaks.
Snaps and crackles. That really emphasizes the sound, doesn't it? And it happens every day.
But then it's gone by nightfall. So whatever it is, it doesn't last. It's temporary.
Okay, so let's see. Putting the clues together. Fragile, crunchy, makes snapping sounds, appears in the morning, and is gone by nightfall.
It's on the tip of my tongue. Wait a minute.
The answer is popsicle stick.
There you go. It's frozen at night and melts quickly in the heat of the day.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle. I'm always around.
This is a good one. My presence is felt, but not seen.
Okay, getting trickier. A refreshing pleasure for you and your team.
All right, let's unlock this mystery.
Often sought, yet never found. What could that even be? It's like chasing a mirage or something. Definitely sounds abstract.
Yeah, but then we have, in a teacup, I'm always around. That makes it sound, more concrete, something you experience regularly.
Right, so something common, but we can't actually find it. And then my presence is felt, but not seen. That's got to be intangible, like an emotion or energy, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. And then a refreshing pleasure for you and your team. That kind of brings us back to the teacup, right? Think about those comforting, pleasurable feelings you get with a warm cup of tea.
The warmth, yeah. Or the aroma. Hold on, I think I got it. The answer is steam.
There you go. You can't grab steam, but you definitely feel it, and it adds to the enjoyment of a hot drink.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
In Twilights Hush, where shadows play,
a mystic vessel holds the day.
Though empty, yet it's full and bright,
illuminating all in its sight.
Let's unlock this mystery. Where do we even begin with this one?
Well, we've got empty and full and bright. Those seem like opposites, right?
Yeah, it's almost like a riddle in itself.
Could it be talking about something that doesn't have, like, physical stuff inside, but it's full of something else?
Full of light, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. And what about holding the day?
Holding the day. It sounds like something that keeps the darkness away.
A source of light, like the sun, but
not the sun, because the riddle mentions twilight.
Oh, right. Twilight is when the sun is setting.
Exactly. So we need something that brings light when the sun's gone.
Okay, and how about mystic vessel? That sounds kind of magical.
Yeah, mystic vessel. It could be something ordinary, but it has this amazing effect.
Bringing light to the darkness. Wait a minute, I think I got it. Is it a light bulb?
The answer is light bulb.
There you go. A simple light bulb chasing away the shadow. Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
In whispers, I'm told and retold.
A story shared, though never old.
I'm carried on breezes so fine.
But my value's measured in time.
Let's unlock this mystery.
Okay, so right off the bat, we're dealing with something intangible, right?
Whispers, breezes.
It feels almost like a
secret.
Yeah, a secret, something you share quietly.
And there's this contrast, right? It's never old, meaning it's constantly being refreshed.
Right.
But its value decreases with time.
That's really interesting. So what kind of story Loses its value over time.
A story that needs to be spread quickly
Yeah, quick.
before it becomes irrelevant.
Oh, I see, I see. Something that's only valuable when it's fresh, new.
Exactly.
The answer is gossip.
There you go. A story spread quickly and losing value the older it gets.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
In hands I'm not held.
Yet often am worn.
A fragile fate.
That's always forlorn.
Though never grasped tight.
I still feel the pain.
Of being broken.
With no pieces to gain.
Let's unlock this mystery.
Okay, so worn makes me think of something like clothing or jewelry, something tangible.
Yeah, but it says it's not held, so we're looking at something you can't physically grasp.
Right, and then there's all this talk about pain and being broken. That's got to be a big clue.
Definitely. It's like feeling pain without any physical form. That's a real paradox.
Yeah, and no pieces to gain. So whatever it is, when it breaks, you can't just put it back together.
Exactly. We need to think about something intangible. A concept, maybe, not an object.
All right, so what fits that description? What about like a promise? A promise can be broken.
You're on the right track. A broken promise can definitely cause pain.
But you can make a promise to yourself, right? And the riddle mentions not being held by hands, so it sounds more like something between people.
Good point. It has to be something you give to someone else.
Okay, so what about a secret? You can share a secret, and then someone can betray it.
That's true. But does a secret really fit the worn part of the riddle? I don't think so.
You're right. I think I've got it. What about trust?
Trust. Now that makes sense. You can't physically hold trust, but you give it to others.
And when it's broken, it hurts. And you can't just fix it like you would a broken object.
Exactly. The answer is trust.
There you go. Trust, it's something we give but can't strictly hold, and when broken, it causes real pain without any physical pieces to mend. Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
What's always coming but never arrives?
A guest that's invited, yet never survives.
In the morning it's born, by night it's gone.
Leaving behind his legacy all day long.
Let's unlock this mystery, shall we?
Okay, so always coming, but never arrives. It's like constantly moving, right?
Yeah. Headed somewhere.
Towards something.
But it never actually gets there.
What could that be? I don't know.
And then there's a guest that's invited yet never survives.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Almost like something temporary, fleeting.
It's there for a bit, then gone.
Exactly.
Okay, and born in the morning, gone by night. This got to be something connected to daylight, right?
Yeah, it exists when the sun's up.
It disappears when it sets.
Right.
And then that last part, legacy, the impact it leaves.
It's making me think it's not like a physical thing.
Yeah, more like an effect, a consequence.
Exactly.
So we're looking for something temporary connected to daylight, always moving, but never reaching a destination.
Yeah, and it leaves some kind of mark, even when it's gone.
What could fit all those pieces?
The answer is a shadow.
Ah, a shadow. Of course.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, a shadow is constantly chasing light, but it can never actually catch it.
Always there, but never quite materialize it.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
In Twilight's Hush, where shadows play.
A fleeting form appears each day.
It's chased by dawn, yet never caught.
What is it that's always on the spot?
Let's unlock this mystery. Okay, so Twilight's Hush. I think that suggests something that becomes noticeable in the evening.
Yeah, and a fleeting form makes me think of something temporary. You know, it's not like a permanent thing in the landscape or anything.
Right, right. It appears each day, but then it's chased by dawn, so it vanishes when the sun comes up.
But it's never caught, meaning it's always there, just not always visible. What could be present day and night, but you only see it at certain times.
It's something that's fixed in place, always on the spot. This has to be something that's constantly present, even if we only notice it under certain conditions.
Wait a second. If you combine all the clues, I think I've got it. The answer is C-L-O-C-K.
There you go. A clock is always present, marking time even as day turns into night.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.
In morning's haste, I'm sought by none.
By noon, I'm worn and have just begun.
As day gives way to evening's sway.
My value rises, come what may. What am I?
Let's unlock this mystery.
Okay.
The first clue is interesting. Not sought after in the morning haste. What could be unwanted when we're all, scrambling to start the day?
Yeah, that's a good point. And then by noon, it's worn, but has just begun. This suggests something that is constantly being used up, yet it feels like we've barely tapped into it.
Exactly. It's almost like a paradox.
Right.
We're spending it, but it also feels limitless at midday.
Right, and then as the day progresses into the evening, its value increases. This is intriguing. Why would something become more valuable the less of it there is?
Because we start to realize its finite nature. In the morning, we have a whole day ahead of us. But as evening approaches, we become acutely aware of how much or how little we've accomplished.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So the answer is time.
There you go. Time is often overlooked in the morning rush, but it becomes increasingly precious as the day ends and we realize how little is left.
Ready for the next one?
Bring it on.
Okay, here we go. For the next puzzle.